Good Monday morning and welcome to TWINN number 61, where in 5 minutes or less I plan on sharing with you just some stories and some news topics that we do need to be paying attention to in our industry of cybersecurity. And our brief focus this week is around Android Stalkerware. Now, historically, the Android ecosystem has been an attractive market for users and developers alike. And since Android phones tend to be a little bit less costly than iPhones, and publishing an app has fewer adoption or publishing hurdles, it's no wonder that it has attracted the masses. But the problem with such mass adoption with few publishing hurdles means that it continues to be riddled with security problems, not unlike the decades where we've struggled to keep up with the exploited weaknesses in Windows. So with that background, it is not surprising that stalkerware on Android is a real problem, as Zach Whitaker reports here with the detail on how private phone data of hundreds of thousands of people has been leaked. In our next story, we see how the tables have turned against Russia. So hacktivists now plot attacks on Russia that are about coordinating distributed denial of service attacks, or DDoS attacks as they're known, and so this will be worth watching. And not to the surprise of cybersecurity aware consumers, the reports find that printers of 5 different manufacturers all have significant security concerns. Now, these are the ones that we know about right now, but the reality is that many printers are vulnerable and do not come with any firmware or upgrades available. And if they are available, they are very difficult to deploy. And so a really good security practice is network segmentation, where they are literally sitting on a separate network from your main computers and your servers especially. And I included this link here for PinLink so that we should all become aware of PinLink, which is a secretive surveillance tool of an organization that's supporting law enforcement. And while law enforcement needs tools to assist in capturing of criminals, the danger is always that surveillance powers are misused. And in our last story today, Emotet is reborn. This is one of the most dangerous threats in the history of modern cyber insecurity, and as usual, this threat begins with a malspam email. So that's an email that contains a malicious Office attachment or maybe a phishing link. And what it is now able to do is completely mask malicious strings and contents like URLs or IP addresses or command and control servers or even shell codes. And this makes it even more difficult for endpoint software to detect it as malicious until after it's done the damage. And so just be aware and make good use of zero trust policies, as that is still remaining the best mitigation strategy that we have. And did you know, if you have someone you love that was hit with Hive ransomware recently and did not pay up, they can now get their data back, very likely, free of charge. There is now a method for recovering data from encrypted drives that were encrypted by the Hive ransomware. So enjoy and see you next week.